recently BARD has been introduced as a normal BARD, and it is currently available in few of the countries, and it is currently still not available in India. But there is a way to do it. If you are from India, then there is a way to get a free trial, or you can say experimental playground for BARD. So for that, I'll show you how. So you can use any VPN, like I have my ExpressVPN here, and you can use your you can connect to any of the US VPNs or the US VPNs that you are using, and then you can come to bard.google.com. So I would suggest you can use this approach because many of you are very much interested in AI and you want to explore the AI stuff using ChatGPT and using Google Bard. So in that case, you can use VPN, and then you can ask for an SSC. I have already asked earlier for a free month. That's why I'm directly getting now the Bard version, directly the Bard version of the AI. But if you are a first timer visiting so once it will ask you to join the wait list, and wait list is also not 3 days of waiting, so you can just join it, and after 2 3 days you will get a mail that your bard payment is ready. Okay, so the first thing to notice here is Google Bard basically. So let's start with some of the questions which if you want to ask, so to see how it is different from ChatGPT. Okay, so or let's say I want to first ask about what is Salesforce. Okay, I'm talking more in terms of Salesforce because I belong to that background. So I'll just ask a question to Bart that what is Salesforce and how its future, as a career option for let's say next 20 years. So if you see here the difference between ChatGPT and Bard, the first difference is that see when you ask any question to Google Bard, right? So it will first initially it will show you a blank screen and then it will automatically give you the complete article together. But similarly, if you talk about let's try even ChatGPT side by side to see the difference. Okay. So in ChatGPT, you must have noticed that it will start writing, and it will keep on writing, and it will give you a full-fledged article. So this is the difference actually, basically, your ChatGPT and the Google Bard. So in terms of response timing, I would say Google Bard is superior in this. So let me ask the same question here. So if you see, it has started writing, it will give you a complete article, okay, which you can go through it. Okay. Now, one of the other interesting feature I got to know about Google Bard is that, see, this is one of the option or one of the article, let's say, which uh, Google Bard has provided. Okay. But let's say if you want to see some other version of this, so there is an option called view other drafts. This means that Google Bard has already provided three versions here, okay, for the same question. If you're not satisfied with the first one, you can check for a second one. If you're not satisfied with the second one, you can check for a third one. Okay, so this is one of the major difference what I have seen between ChatGPT and Google Bard here. Okay, next is as you know that ChatGPT is only trained till 2021 data. Okay, so let's try to find out some of the Salesforce concept which has been introduced after 2021. We'll try to see what is the difference. Okay, so let's try to first ask ChatGPT about flow orchestration in Salesforce. So let's say, please tell about flow orchestration in Salesforce. So it will give you a step by step of what flow orchestration is. Okay, but let's say we'll now talk about the same question in Google Bard. So it's the answers are almost similar if you say in this case. Again, if you see here in Google Bard, again had given you some other options as well. Okay, so let's say if you're not satisfied with the first option, you can just search check for the second option as well. Like flow orchestration is a new feature which Salesforce has given to, and then it has provided you the steps as well. Okay, some use case as well as how you can use the orchestration into that case. Along with that, it is also having positive and negative responses. So if you like the answer, you can just click on positive, and it will be used for training the Google Bard going forward. It is similar to how you have in the ChatGPT as well. Okay, but I would say since Google Bard is currently it's more on a experimental phase, I would say, and it is still a long way to go for Google Bard to run, because ChatGPT it is already your GPT-4 version has came in, and it is having lot other features as well. Okay, there is one more interesting feature what I was just checking here, which you can see that there is an option. Let's say if you don't want to type anything, you have an option to use the microphone as well. So let's say I'll use a microphone and we'll see how it works. Okay. So I'll allow. So can you tell me about let's say Salesforce functions? So we got about Salesforce functions here, like what it is. It can use TypeScript, JavaScript, Java, and so it is the Salesforce feature which you can use here. Okay. Now let's try the same thing in our ChatGPT. So the answer which has been provided here by ChatGPT in comparison to Google Bard is different, and I would say the answer provided by Google Bard was more correct than ChatGPT. So there is one more reason, because it has only been trained till 2021 data, right? But Google Bard is accessing your complete internet, including the Wikipedia, other articles, and getting you the final results, which is more up to date in comparison to ChatGPT. So Google Bard basically it's running on Lambda, which is basically a process of retrieving based on whatever the question you're asking. It will retrieve the answers from the internet on a real-time basis, and then it will give you an answer. So this is, you can say, this is more on a upper hand for Google Bard here in this scenario. But even ChatGPT is also having lot of trained data available on its model. That's where even ChatGPT is also giving a very good responses. So if we talk in terms of comparison, I would say both are good in their own way. So if we want, we can just have a check for a code as well, if it is able to, or let's say if the Bard is able to write a code or not. We have already seen that ChatGPT can write a code for you. Okay, so let's see if Bard can write a code for you or not. So let's try to ask a simple coding example here. So give me a trigger code for prevention of duplicate account records based on industry and billing state in Salesforce. So let's give this and let's see if Bard is able to give me the code as well or not in this scenario. So if you can see, it was able to give me, but again, see, this code is not that much bulkified, I would say, because as you can see, you have like inner queries, and you have some other issues as well. So this code is available, but it's not a perfect code. But yeah, it is able to give you a code as well. So I think going forward, uh, let's see. Okay, so this has also given the draft version. So let's see some other draft versions how they have used it. Okay, so there are different. So as I was telling you earlier, this is one of the advantage of Google Bard where it has provided three draft versions. Okay, and that's where you can check which code is more closer to your, I mean your requirement. So based on that, you can select whichever option you want to go ahead with. So here it has already provided me three draft version. Okay. One of the important feature I think which we just missed out on Google Bard is you have an option something called Google it, right? So let's say you have provided certain question, okay, and you're not satisfied with the answers provided by the Google Bard, then you can just click on Google it, and it will provide you the related links. Okay, you can just search on Google directly from the Google bar to see your answers, because since it is a Google's product, so you can get the Google search engine capability as well into the Google bar. So I think this is one of a very interesting feature because there is no as such search feature in the ChatGPT currently. So, in a nutshell, if I say Google Bard is currently still, as I said, it's in an experimental phase and it doesn't have currently any open API to integrate with some other systems. But Google has announced that they are going to soon release an open API, and once that will be available, then it will be more fun to see how the war between ChatGPT and Google Bard is going to be, and which is giving you a more perfect results. So with this, we will wrap up today's video. I hope you liked the video. You got an overview of what Google Bard can do, and I hope you will also try to get some experimental playground for Google Bard. So with this, we will wrap up today's video. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.